afternoon, Tone Zone with Alison here. Hope you're all well and enjoying the sunshine. We will get started in a moment. Just give it another few seconds. So if you want to gather your bits and pieces, again, I won't be playing music, so if you want to put the radio on or put some music on of your own, then do. It's quite nice to listen to. You don't have to listen to my feet on the floor then. Get some water, make sure you've got water. It's hot again today, so water. Weights if you want to use them. I just use these light weights here, and you can use tins of food, water bottles, or you don't even have to use weights. You can just clench your fists. You don't really need them, so don't worry. And a chair is handy as well, so but you can do it without all of these things, but if you've got them to hand, just have them ready. I'm going to grab my weight. Okay, so I'll put these out of the way. Okay, so before we start, I'm just going to read our disclaimer. So please note that the following workout is intended for fit and healthy participants with no pre-existing medical conditions or injuries. It is not recommended for people with pre-existing conditions or injuries. Extra care must be taken with online workouts. To listen to your body and stop immediately if you feel any pain, discomfort or ill health. Participation is at your own risk. So just take notice, you're there on your own, we're not working with you, so you need to just, if it doesn't feel right, stop. If you need to get water at any point, then just stop. If you're not doing it in real time, you can just pause it as you go through anyway. With the exercises, I'll show you a couple of, so we'll do different versions of them. We can ramp it up, we can bring it back down, so it's suitable for everybody. Okay, all right, so a little bit of water to start, and then we'll get warmed up. Okay. All right, I'm going to take my shoes off. The only reason I do it in bare feet is because, as I haven't got any music on, I think my trainers are a little bit noisy on the floor, so I do it in bare feet. But if you've got at home there, I would suggest having your shoes on. Okay, all right, let's just start marching through. We're just going to gently lifting those knees up, start moving the arms, just so that we can loosen up through the shoulders, through the arms, and a nice quick march. We're just doing a 5-minute warm up here to get ourselves ready. If you're doing this indoors, get some windows open because it's another hot day. Okay, from this march, we're going to tap it back, back and back. So don't worry too much about what the arms are doing, just make sure they're moving. So we're just tapping that toe behind. That's it. We're going to start getting it ready to take it to the side. So we're going to tap it over and over. You can start taking the arm out as well. So not too much of a reach. It's quite very light through the arm. We're just getting ourselves moving in every direction. And then we're going to take that foot to the front and we'll just start curling the arms up. So we're just doing a pretend bicep curl, but without the tension to it. We're just keeping it nice and relaxed, just preparing ourselves for the workout. That heels tapping. A couple more. And back to that march and march that through. So we're starting to get a little bit bigger now with the arms. A little bit more effort through that march. So arms are coming further away. Now slow it down to lift and lift, lift, lift. So as I take my opposite hand to tap that knee, I'm just rotating a little bit through the waist. That's it. And bringing those legs down to a stop. we're going to circle the arms and round and round. 2 more going back, and we're going to bring it forward and big rolls round and round. 2 more, and then shrugging it up and up, up, up. 3 and 2 and 1, and relax those shoulders. We're just going to fold it forward just to relax through, loosen up the back. So forward and up and forward and up. So we just get that curl through the back, just getting everything moving. Go for 2 more, just forward and back. Last one, forward and back, and then just shake everything off, shake the arms, shake the legs, have a little bit of water, and we will get ready to start. So get a hold of your weights if you want to use some. We're going to start with the arms, and then we'll do the lower body. So start with the upper body first. So we're going to stand with a slight bend in the knees. Our shoulders are coming down towards our rib cage, our belly button's back towards our spine, and we're going to start off with that curl up. Curl and 2, we got 10, 3 and 4, 5. So if you're not using weights, just clench your fists. And 7, 8, 9. Now on 10, we're going to keep them to the shoulders. We're going to turn our hands to face the other way. We're going to push above the head to touch. And shoulders, touch. And. So when I take them above the head, I can see, as I look up, I can see them. So they're not behind, we're not there, we're taking them slightly forward. And touch, we'll go for 5 more. Slight bend in that knee. And 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Bring it back to the shoulders, bring it back down there. So our fists, our hands are facing in towards each other. We're going to take it down and up. 2 and 3, 4. So I'm really squeezing as I take it down. 6 and 7, 8, 9. Now on 10, I keep it to the side, I'm lifting away. And 2. So my shoulders are down towards my ribs. 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9, 10, and rest the arms. You can stay holding on. We're going to take our feet slightly wider, and we're going to just pretend to sit down in a chair. So squat down. 1 and 2. So the weights can be wherever you want them to be. And 4, 5. Knees are forward. 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. We're going to come to standing. Bring the feet in slightly. Keep them hip width apart. Right leg lunges forward and forward. And change to the left. Forward. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So keep this same distance. 8, 9 and 10. Now we're going to step it out to the side. So we're going to take it out and back. Same side. 2 and 3. So working the inside of this straight leg. 4 and 5, 7 and 8, 9. You don't have to go too deep. 10. And now we're going to take it back, alternating that back lunge. So back and 2, 3. So again, don't go too deep. If it doesn't feel comfortable, you can go more shallow. We've got 4 more, and 3, 2 and 1. We'll take it to the and 2. So you don't have to, you can just go to there, 3 and 4, or you can go deeper, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9, 10. Bring it into the middle to standing. Slight bend in those knees, feet hip width apart, tummy's drawn in, shoulders down, we're back to our curls. Curl it up, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9. On 10, we're holding it here, we're turning our fists round, we're taking it up to touch, and 2. So remember, as you look up, you should be able to see it. 4, and 7, 8, 9. On 10, to the shoulders, turn the fists in to face each other, elbows in a little bit, take it down, and up. 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember that tummy's drawn in. 9 and 10. Hold here, wide out. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep the shoulders down, 9 and 10, relax the arms, we're back into that front lunge, squats first of all, so slightly wider. The reason I'm taking this slightly wider, just makes it a little bit easier, okay? So slightly wider on those feet, try and keep the knees facing forward, arms you can do what you like with them, they can just be here, they can be here, you can lose the weights if you want to, and squat down, and 2, so find where is the most comfortable place for you to have your feet. That's it. You've got 5 more. 5 and 4. So as if you're trying to sit down. 3 and 2, pushing through the hips. 1. Now bring those feet in very slightly, so they're hip width apart. We're going to alternate that lunge forward and forward. And 2, 3, 4. So again, 5, you don't have to go too deep. 6, you can keep it to a more shallow. And 8, 9, whichever works for you. 10, we're coming to the middle here, we're taking it out to the side. So we're stepping out and 2. So this is working this inner thigh. And 4, 5, 6. So again, 7, you can just go to a small. 8, 9 and 10. We're going to take it back and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now we're going to go to the other side, so I just move over a little bit and go out. And 2, 3, so go as deep as is comfortable. 4, so you can go to here. 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and rest off. Good. Okay, have a little bit of water. We're going to use the weights for the next one. We're going to do a little bit of work through the waist, so we're going to do a rotation and a side bend. So you can have your weights with or without, doesn't really matter, it's whatever you prefer. Okay. It's quite nice to have the weight for the side bend because it just gives you that little extra weight to stretch through that waist. Okay, so you can have your weights, again, you can drop them at this point if you want to. Slight bend in those knees. Okay, tummy is drawn in, so belly button's drawn back towards the spine. Okay, shoulders are down. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to take the hands round. Actually, do drop your weights here, you'll be able to see what my hands are doing a little bit easier. So, Bending, so you're nice and strong, okay? You feel that you've got a really good solid base. Your arms are going to come in front. We'll just sit one hand on top of the other. I've got a slight slope going down on my arm here, so my elbow is slightly lower than my shoulder and my wrist is slightly lower than my elbow, okay? That's how I'm going to have them positioned. And from there, I'm going to take it round and centre, round and centre. So I want to try and keep my hips facing forward, my knees facing forward, and I'm just working from the waist. So imagine just taking a lid off of a jar, all right? So into position, shoulders down towards the ribs. We're going to breathe and centre. Stay on the same side. And 3, so only go as far as is comfortable. 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to come to the middle. We're going to change sides. Remember pulling that tummy in, and 1, 2, so take your eye gaze with it, 3 and 4, 5, 6, so really focus on those knees, 7, staying forward, 8, 9 and 10, and rest the arms down, just rest the arms, give them a little shake. You can take your weights at this point if you want to, because we're going to do our side bend. So again, we're keeping that slight bend in the knee. It just prevents us from arching the back. It means that we just keep it nice and strong through the core. So from here, I'm going to follow my seam on the side of my leggings. If you haven't got a seam there, it's just through the middle of that side of your leg, okay? So eye gaze forward and reach and up. Breathe out and up. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, don't forget about the tummy, 8, 9, I'm a bit like a broken record, 10, and change sides. So centre first, just make sure you're not getting dizzy at all, okay? Try and keep your eye gaze on the horizon and keep that forward as you tilt over. Ready? And reach. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10. And rest off, roll the shoulders, drop the weights for a moment. Okay, so we're going to add a little squat into this rotation round here. So we're here with our feet just very slightly wider than hip width apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the arms forward as we take it down. Then we're going to come back to centre with a slight bend in the knees. Round and down, round. Okay, we've got that. We'll go 10, 10. Okay, so, but we make sure we come to the centre, stay with a very slight bend in that knee before we go into our twist. Okay, ready? So squatting first and low, hands, round, and 2, and round, 3, round, 4, don't forget not to draw that tummy in, 5, round, 6, round, 7, so take your eye gaze with it, and 8, round, 9, round, and 10, and round. Okay, so you relax the arms off for a moment. You can just move the legs for a moment. We're going to go to the other side. Okay, so back in position. So we're here, in, down, and squat. There, and round, and 2, and round. Breathing, and round, and 4, and round. 5, and 6, so it's nice and controlled, don't rush it, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. Shake the arms off. Right, we can take our weights now. Oh, actually, yes, we will have our weights with this one. So make sure that you can hold them. What I'm going to ask you to do, the reason I thought about that, the weights, I thought if you're holding tins, what we're going to do with this one is we're going to actually take the arm down as this arm comes up, and I'm going to look up, okay? So I'm going to be shooting this arm down, and this other arm's going to come up just to give me that extra little bit of a work through the waist. I just thought in my head, if you've got a tin of food and it slips out of your hand, you might dunk you on the head. So just be careful whatever weights you're using, okay? Now, this does give you a bigger move here, okay? So if you want to stick to what we were doing, then stick to that. If you can go for that extra reach, take that arm up. So slight bend in the knees, make sure tummy's drawn in, shoulders are down. We're going to follow that side of the leg. As we do so, this arm's going to come from the front and it's going to reach, and I'm going to look up there and I'm bringing it across, okay? So for 10, ready, and lengthen, and back, and 2, and back, 3, slight bend in those knees, and 4, and back, 5. So breathe out now, and 7, 8, 9, and 10. And carefully bring it down, just roll the shoulders a couple of times. We're going to change sides, so other side down, so keep that slight bend in the knee, arm comes across, and we're reaching up, and back, and 2, and back, 3, and 4, 5, breathe, 6, 7, just remember if it's too much, 8, we come back to this one, and 9, and 10, and bring that through and roll the shoulders, good, drop the weights. Okay, if you've got a chair, bring your chair in just for you to hold on to, or you can hold on to the wall. We're going to do a little bit more now through the legs. So I'm going to grab my chair just to have here as a little bit of balance for us. Have some water as well, it's very hot today. Okay. Okay, so from here, we're going to have that stood on the supporting leg with a slight bend, and we're going to take the other leg just off the floor, okay? And from here, I'm going to have my toe pointing forward, try and keep the body upright, okay? Think about that eye gaze forward, and I'm going to lift it up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I'm going to take it to the side. So I'm going to turn my toe in slightly so that I can lead with the heel. So it's not a huge lift, it's quite restricted because I'm leading with that heel. And out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to take it behind. If you need to come away from that hip because it does get tired, you can just move around at any point that you want. We're going to take it behind now. So I'm going to have my toe pointing, and I'm already going to have it starting at that back position. I'm going to do a small lift. So I'm squeezing through the glutes, okay, with that lift, up, and 2. So try not to reach out of that position. You keep that body nice, facing forward. That's it. 5 more, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake off that leg. Go to the other side of your chair for the other side. So other leg. So slight bend on that supporting leg. Pointing that toe forward. So we're trying to lengthen through this leg. So I'm really pointing. So I'm already working this leg without actually even taking it away from the floor, because I'm pointing and trying to lengthen. So I'm really working through all the muscles. Shoulders back, body upright, and lift, up. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now we're taking it to the side. Remember that slight bend on that supporting leg. So my toes pointing and very slightly lead with that heel to lift out. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. We're taking it behind, so I'm on my toes there, pointing through, lengthening through that leg, small lift up, up, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and rest off. Okay, just shake those legs off. All right, we're going to use this chair now, and we're going to bring the knee in towards it. So I'm going to have my hands down on the seat and take my feet away a little bit, and I'm going to bring that knee in and in and in and in. Now, if you haven't got a chair handy, but you've got a spare bit of wall, you can have your hands to the wall and take your body away and in and in and in and in. If you haven't got a spare bit of wall that you're able to use, then you're just going to bring in and in and in and in, okay? All the while, really pull that tummy in so we get a good workout through the core. Okay, so hands are on the chair, taking my feet away a little bit. So I'm almost in that press up position. I'm going to draw that knee through. In, 2, and in. 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. And rest off, okay? Shake the arms off, shake the legs. We're now going to take that knee out to the side. So if you're on the wall, you just take it up to the side. If you're doing it standing, here and here, okay? So like a frog leg we're going to be doing. It's a little bit quicker, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? If you're on the chair, you're taking it to the outside. If you've got arms on your chair like I have, careful not to bump your knee, okay? So hands down, lean back, so into that same position, and it's out, and out, 2, and out, 3, and 4. If it's tiring on your arms, do it standing. 3 more, 2, last one, and up. Shake the arms off. Okay, good. We go one more round on those. So choose which position you're doing, either standing, wall, or to the chair. Okay, so knee comes through first, then we'll do it to the outside. So hands on, feet back, so your straight line weight bearing, and knee comes in, and 2, 3, so we're pointing the toe, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, this is good for your tummy, 10 as well. So shake the arms off. So if it is too much, don't lean. If you're struggling with that weight bearing there, just do it standing, okay? So it'd be here. So you can still have your hands forward. You're just taking the legs to the side or similarly on the wall. Okay, knee out to the side for 10 and out. Point the toe. 3, 4, 5, 6, tummy's drawn in, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. And rest that off. Good. Roll the shoulders back and forward. Move the neck a little bit. Have some water. And we're going to go down onto the floor. So have a few sips of water. Okay. So we're going to go onto the floor, onto our hands and knees. Let's move that chair out of my way a minute. Okay. So try and stay in the screen as much as possible. So hands underneath the shoulder, knees underneath the hips. We're coming over onto all fours. Okay, so from here, We're going to hold this position, so make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders, okay? Your knees are hip width apart. All right, so I'm going to go into my press-ups now. So I'm going to walk my hands forward and slightly wider and take my hips level, okay? So nice straight line. I'm going to press down for 5. I'm too far. I don't think you can see me there. So from here, we're going to press for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we're going to pull back, so really stretch back. And again, forward, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull it back. And if you can, we're going to go for one more set of 5. If you can't, then stay stretching out and just stretch through the shoulders. Okay, so make sure your weight bearing there, so our hips aren't back. We've got them slightly forward, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and pull into the stretch. And then we're going to come forward into our plank. Okay, so we're going to do our laying down first of all. So we're going to lay ourselves to the floor and bring the elbows down. Okay, so my forearms stay down on the floor. So from here we're going to do our plank, where first of all we just take our hip away from the floor. So I've got my toes rested under, so my legs are rested on the floor. I'm going to pull my belly button back towards my spine, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to lift just the hip away. So my thighs stay on the floor. It's just the very, very top of my leg and my hip bone that comes away from the floor, but the rest of the leg stays there. So draw that belly button back towards the spine. Once you've got a hold of that and you can feel that you've got that bracing through there, you're just going to lift the hip away. So lifting that hip away and hold. We're going to hold this for 10 seconds. If you need to rest it down at any point, then do. If you feel any discomfort through your lower back, then come out of this, okay? So it's just about building up that strength there. 2, 1, and rest it down. We can come forward and just reach the arms off so that the shoulders can have a rest. Okay, we're going to go again. So we're going to try and do 15 seconds now, okay? But you rest off, as I say, any discomfort at all, you come out of it, okay? You can always join back in, but sometimes you just have to relax off, because until you build up that strength in your core, sometimes you may feel it in your back. Okay, so from here, belly button's drawn in. We're going to lift just the hip bone away. So we're trying for 15 seconds here. Make sure you remember to breathe. Don't let that tummy relax. You're just pulling that belly button in. We've got 3, 2, and 1, and we're relaxing that down. Reach forward, just relax off the shoulders. Okay, last one. We're going to try for 20 seconds, okay? And as I say, you come in and out of it as much as you want to, okay? So you just work it to your own level. So belly button's drawn in. We're ready in 3, 2, 1. You are lifting that hip away from the floor, holding it there. We're going to try for 20 seconds, but if you need to relax at any point, just rest down and join us again with it when you're ready. We're almost done. We've got another 3, 2, 1, and rest off. Good job. Relax, arms stretch forward. Okay, we're just going to stretch through the back here. So we're going to bring the hands in, keeping the elbows down there, and we're just going to look up, and back. So a little push into the hands and back. So nothing leaves the floor. We're just lifting our chest up a little bit, keeping those elbows down, and push away from the floor, but keeping those forearms down. So we're just stretching the back. One more, stretch and back. Bring the hands and the knees in. From here, just start slowly lowering the hips back towards the heels. Try and leave the fingers where they are. And once you're as low as you can go, see if you can just walk the fingers slightly further away. Rest the forehead down and feel that stretch out of the shoulders. And then we bring the arms back, and we come forward a little bit here. We bring from that position, we just bring the arms back, turn the palms up, turn the cheek to the side and try and roll the shoulders towards the floor. So we're just trying to get that rolling the shoulders, stretching out across the top of the back, and just breathe, relax. And bring the hands in, back onto the hands and knees. We'll stretch out that back, pulling it up towards the ceiling and letting that relax down and pulling it back up and letting that relax down. And one more time, pulling it up, flatten it off, push those hips back one more time, walk the fingers away, and then bring the hands back towards the knees, tuck your toes under and very carefully roll yourself up to standing, okay? Your head is the last thing to lift up. Be careful, sometimes you can get dizzy going from floor to standing, so just push back and carefully try and keep the chest down, roll up through the spine, gently rolling up, and your chin's the last thing to look up. Take that one arm across the front of the chest, guide it in using the other arm. And shake that off. Take the other one across, guide that in. And shake that one off, take them round behind. And just lift away from the body as you take the chin up towards the ceiling. So opening up the chest, shoulders are down and back. And relax there. Take that one leg back. So we're going to step one foot back and slowly lower that heel to the floor, finding that stretch in the calf. So I deliberately didn't do much sort of jogging and star jump type things today because it's very hot, and if you're working inside it can get quite uncomfortable, especially at midday. It's, you know, one of the hottest parts of the day. So bring that leg in, take the other one back. So I tried to do more heel down, more of a toning side. So, but you've done some good work there through the legs and through the arms. I just didn't take it to that more CV style because I was just conscious that you could be quite stuffy indoors. So I don't want you getting too hot. And bring that foot in. Take that one leg round in front of the other. Both feet are flat on the floor. And then start to tuck the chin and just walk the fingers down towards the shin and as low as you can go. Once you're there, just let the arms hang and do little circles with those arms and change direction. And that stretches up the back of that back leg. And fold yourself up. And take it round the other side. Tuck the chin. Reach down. Once you're there, let the arms just hang. Let them circle. And change the other direction. And very carefully fold it up. And take hold of either your chair or the wall for a little bit of balance and take one heel up behind. And once you've got hold of that foot, push the hip forward of that bent leg just to find that stretch, increase that stretch on the thigh. And change it over. Other leg comes up. And hip comes forward to make sure you're getting a good stretch. Rest that down. We're just going to stretch the waist out. So we're just going to bring one arm in. Take the other arm over the top and just tilt to the side. Don't go too low, just until you find that stretch. And bring it through. Other one comes in and reach. And back. And just a couple of rolls back of the shoulder. And forward. And that is us done for today. So thank you for joining if you managed to do today, or if you're doing it at another time. We will be back on Thursday this week. So yeah, it was just Tuesday and Thursday because of the bank holiday. So, and then should be back to normal the week after. So enjoy the next couple of days, and I will see you Thursday. Take care. Bye.